Hello all. Today I want to talk about something from my book We Can Lead. This particular book I have written based on my leadership experience or working with the great leaders. I would like to touch upon some of the areas which I have highlighted from this book. So this book has 3 different chapters: leading self, leading others, and skills and tools required to strengthen our leadership capability. So in the leading self chapter, I have highlighted 4 different chapters, distinguished chapter over 4, as expand mental strength, expanding learning ability, expanding individuality, expanding self-evolution. So when you see these particular aspects, I analogize this particular book as a big banyan tree, where I imagine myself as a leader, or any individual leader is like a large tree where the individuals are deep rooted, and the trunk of the root is giving shelter to the many people, which is actually leading others. And the deep-rooted part of the tree is leading self. So strengthening this self, I highlighted that you need to strengthen your mental stability, strengthen your learning ability, strengthen your individuality, and expanding your self-evolution, like how well we are performing as a self, how well our self is polished, what are the aspects we should look into ourselves. So especially when you talk about the leading self, I mostly talk about the purpose-driven development, like what is our core purpose of our life, what exactly we are doing here, what exactly we're supposed to do. We talked about the passion, how well our passion has been groomed, how well passion has been developed, discovering self, what exactly we are here for, what exactly we are supposed to do, how well we should be actually doing some of the activities for the community. Self-actualization, what are the things we have been defined for ourselves, where we think that we have a purposeful, fulfilled life. We talked about, in this particular book, we talked about the mental strength, like how individual can really strengthen those mental activities, how well the individual can really polish their emotional modulation, how well every leader have observed that they are well trained into the emotional, because they don't spike their emotional, they oil control their emotional abilities. And are we really in a mental prison? Are we really think about like how well we are actually living inside the mental strength? I talked about the resilience mindset, like what are the exact activities we should be doing to really ensure that in this kind of volatile world, we are ensuring we have a bounce back mentality. We are doing certain activities, we are retrospecting all our activities, which can ensure us that yes, we are always continuously evolving, and our self is continuously refining by exercising different kind of things. How are we in our growth curve, in our learning pattern, how we are defining our growth curve, how well we are defining our self-evolutionary learning journey. So all those aspects is all about like something to do with yourself, something to do with your polished self, something to do with your exercise, which can strengthen yourself. Because I believe that if your trunk has to be help others, which is leading others, your root has to be well strengthened, well deep-rooted, and on standing on a solid foundation. So all those leading self exercise, all these leading self elements, what I have highlighted here is all about like how well individual can really strengthen their self aspects. And I also talked about the blind spot. Every individual has some blind spot which is not obviously visible. So what are you doing about this thing? What are you really doing to really ensure those blind spot are highlighted, blind spot has been rectified by taking the right feedback? So all these things I have really highlighted based on the experience, or based on the activities what I have seen other leaders have been done, and other leaders have significantly polished these things. So keep reading these books. This book has a good amount of insight about how well we can develop ourselves as a great leader, how well we help others to become leaders. So hopefully you will enjoy it. Thank you very much for your time.